What's up, guys? This is Keith here. Hey, so I just wanted to go over a few of the breakout signals that we got on Friday. Unfortunately, on Friday, I did not trade, but I wanted to go over a few signals that we got on TKAT, CLVR, GFAI, and TELL. For me, it probably wasn't the best day to take off, as I probably would have at least caught one of these triggers. So breakouts are definitely cracking. They're definitely popping off, especially if you have a system. There's a few good breakouts a day, and if you can capitalize on at least one or two of them, then you're in good shape. So let's go ahead and just go through a couple of them that we saw, and yeah, I'll break them on down for you guys. Let me just minimize my screen here, and then we'll go through them. So let's go ahead and start with TELL. You can see here we had a bullish daily chart. Big run up, pull back into the 9, and then for another breakout here. And you can see that over the highs of this day here, you can see that's where the actual breakout trigger would have been as we broke back up through these highs here. And so you can see it's actually right through this pre-market area, yesterday's high a day area. Pretty cool little trigger. Let's take a look at the larger time frames. You can see here on the hourly and the 15, we have the hourly up top and the 15 here. You can see how it's holding the trend on the pretty well. You can see how we popped up here, went sideways, pulled back, tapped the 9 EMA, and then went higher, showing that the trend is holding. Same with the 15-minute chart. You can see that it popped up here, came down, held VWAP, the 9 EMA. At the open, it wicked down, tested this EMA and this support level here, and then continued to rip. And then if you get even closer on the 5-minute, you can really see how it's just holding that VWAP trend. And you can see how once we broke above these green lines here is when the breakout really started going. Looking at this one, though, I'm not sure if I would have taken it or not. You can see... Well, actually, yeah, I may have, because you can see how up in here, I definitely would not have chased this because the 5-minute 9 EMA is way down here. I would have waited to see for a correction, and you can see this big sell-off candle wick down, and then we opened back up, and then we held those levels, and then once we proceeded to break these this 95 spot here, maybe risking like 15 cents or so, that would have been a good spot to get involved. But yeah, our extension rule is keeping us safe here because this is not a good spot to get involved. You can see how extended it is from the 9. So always good to have extension rules, guys, because when stocks are extended, they're less likely to break out. So keeping that in mind, you always want to just be careful and always have some type of extension rule. All right, so let's jump into CLVR. You can see how this one was just a very simple breakout through pre-market. We had a gap up day, and then we're kind of looking at like a, you can see that we had a move up and then like a bounce, and then now we're pulling back again, and then it looks like it's over these yesterday's highs, which also lined up with pre-market. Would have been a good spot to get involved. A lot of whippy action, though, I'm noticing. Kind of sketchy. So if you would have got in through pre-market high here, you would have got wicked out, stopped out, and then you would have been trying to maybe possibly get back in for the break here, but you can see that it's extended. So our extension rules are so important, guys, because if it's extended, you don't want to take it. And the only spot that I can see where it's not really super extended is back through right here, is to the 80 level. But yeah, through that 80 level would have been a good spot to get involved. If you would have tried through 70 through 65 here, possibly risking maybe 10 cents or so. Yeah, it would have been kind of a sketchy spot there. I may have gotten stopped out there, but at the same time, it's if the stock is opening way up here, then the 9's way down here. There's no reason to get involved at all. So the extension rule is definitely keeping us safe. You can see on the 15 looked really good for that 80 break, and you can see how we're holding hourly trend really well too. So CLVR back through that 80 level was a good spot that I definitely probably would have been interested in getting involved in that one. Let's go and take a look at GFAI next. You can see in GFAI, same kind of thing. If we look at the larger time frames, you can see that we kind of had a pop here, and then we had a pop on this day, and then we gapped up, and then we had like 3 consolidation days lower, because you got to think of this day as basically like a big green candle just because it gapped up. So then you can see inside days, and then boom, another break. And you can see that once we broke through that pre-market area, through about 60 there, maybe risking 10 cents max, you know that our target is way up here, so the risk reward definitely makes sense on that one. Yeah, that would have been a good trade to take too. You can see how the 15 is holding and the hourly is holding really well. So overall, very bullish chart. So that's a good one that definitely would have been interested in getting involved in that one. These are all stocks that are on our watch list. That's why I'm going through them too, because all these stocks that I'm talking about were all on the watch list posted the night before. So these aren't just stocks that I'm just pulling out of my ass. These are stocks that we had on watch and that for potential breakouts. So just keep that in mind as well. I'm not just picking and choosing random tickers. So anyway, yeah, so GFAI was another good one. And then I wanted to go over TKAT. TKAT actually wasn't on our watch list. This one was a stock that was just a bullish stock. It was on everyone's scanner by the, after this move here, obviously everyone's watching it. And you can see just how cool this chart looks. You can just see that after we broke this 80 level, you can see there's no resistance until the 350s. So basically, it's safe to say that if you were able to get in on a non-extended play through the this 80 level, then the target should be 350. So that's a big reward opportunity there. And you can see that look at this beautiful hourly chart. So we had a big pop up and then a pullback into the 9 for the breakout. And then the same thing with the 15-minute chart. You can see how we had a big pop, and then we pulled back, held this level here, which are these little highs here. We actually came below VWAP, and then on the 15 you can see how we reclaimed open above here, and then proceeded to break out. And then the same with the 5-minute chart. You can see that when we were underneath it here collecting shorts, and then we reclaimed it and then proceeded to break. So that was kind of an interesting play. I'm not sure if I would have gotten involved with that one, but knowing that the reward was so high through high day may have made sense through maybe 80, and then risking maybe like 15 cents or so, 10 to 15 cents. I definitely would have been watching that one if I was around on Friday. But I took Friday off. Thinkorswim was acting all laggy, and I just didn't want to deal with that headache because the night before I was trying to build a watch list and it was just not happening. So, but anyway, guys, just wanted to make that quick video on a couple of the tickers that we had signals on that were straight off of our watch list. Yeah, if you have any questions about learning how to trade breakouts, just reach out. We can figure something out. I have a full system that I abide by, and I've made it as simple as possible. So if there's anything I can help you guys with, shoot me a DM. Yeah, we can talk about it, talk about some of the strategies, and yeah, go ahead and join chat. If you have any questions, post them below in the comments. Like and subscribe, all that good stuff, guys. Helps the channel, and hope you guys have a great rest of your day. See you later.